This example is about load reduction factors that is given in Australian standard AS NZS 1170.1. So a column in a building between level 1 and level 2 support an area of 36 meters square of each of the floor above as follows. So the level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6 and roof, it has given the dead load and live load for each load's conditions. Now, using the imposed load reduction provisions that I will explain soon, calculate the design ultimate axial load N star that the column between level 1 and level 2 should be designed to resist. Now, I like to explain the concept of live load reduction factors that is in the Australian standard 1170.1. Now, the case of the live load reduction factor that is represented by psi E, I can take an example of a typical office building where we have some table, chair and some kitchen area. Now, when I calculate the live load for this office floor, not every spot has a loading on it. So for example, if I take the table and chair, only the live load is applicable only for this particular area. There is no loading here. So similar concept here, we have the table here and the chairs here, table here and chair. So not every spot of the floor plan has a live load. So we can say that we like to reduce the live load as probability of getting the whole floor plan with the loading is very low. We may not have a time where we have all the floor is loaded. So Australian standard in section 3.4.2 on page number 12, it has given the reduction factors. So the original live load we can reduce by using this reduction factor, which is 0.3 plus 3 on square root a. Now this reduction factor should not be less than 0.5 and should not be greater than 1. It means that it can have value of 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 or 1 or 0.5, but not 0.4 or 1.1. Now I can show it in the Australian standard. In the Australian standard section 3.4.2, it has given this live load reduction it has given live load reduction 0.3 plus 3 on square root 8, and it should not be greater than 1 but not less than 0.5. Now very important concept, A is the total area. You can say sum of all the areas supported by the structure element in the square meter square, so it should be in meter square, for which the reduction is not restricted under clause 3.4.2. So very important concept, A is a total area, it's not individual area. Now back to our examples. We have given the area, which is 36 meters square. So this is the area for one level, and we have 6 levels. So for 6 levels we have 36 times 6 equal to 216 meters square, which is for the total area. As you know, for the calculation of live load reduction factors, we need the total area. So in this case we have a 0.3 plus 3 on the square root 216, which give you 0.5 total live load reduction factors. Now we need to calculate the total dead load. I think dead load is represented by G. I have a dead load given for each floor. For examples, we have a 0.8 for level 6 for the roof, 3.8 for level 6, 4.2 from level 4, and we are just adding up all these dead loads. So dead load is 21.8 pascals. Now we need to find these loads in kilonewtons, so we need to convert these kilopascals into kilonewtons. That would be pressure times area, and 21.8 kilopascals times area. Please note this area is this individual area, which is 36 meters square. This is not the total area. So that give us 785 kilonewtons. Now live load can be just add all the live loads given for each floor, that is from roof to level 2, which is 0.25, 3.54, 3.554. That's addition of all this live load. give us 20.25, and we are converting live load into kilonewtons by multiplying the individual area. This is not the total area, so that's give us the the axial load in kilonewtons. Now once you calculate the dead load and live load, we have an equations to calculate axial load. That equations you can find it in the another standard AS NZS 1170.0, where it has given that when you have a dead load and live load, we have 1.2 G plus 1.5 Q. G is the dead load, Q is the live load, but we need to multiply the reduction factor here, as in the example is asking to reduce the live load for the area reduction factor. So we substitute 1.2, 785 we calculate in the previous state, which is 785 kilonewtons, plus 1.5 live load reduction factors. We calculated live load reduction factor 0.5, and the live load 729, that we calculate 729 kilonewtons. So the total answer is 1489 kilonewtons. So that is the axial load. Thank you very much.